Open our hearts, open our minds to your word and to your inspiration as we listen to your scripture this morning. Amen. The first reading comes from Ecclesiastes, the second from Matthew. Both are about time. A time for one thing and a time for something else later. Ecclesiastes says, "For everything there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up what has been planted, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up, a time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance, a time to throw away stones, and a time to gather stones together. There is a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, both a time to seek and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to sow, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love, a time to hate, a time for war, and a time for peace." Our scripture from Matthew reads this way. "Then the disciples of John, they came to Jesus, and they asked him, 'Why do we and the Pharisees fast so often, but your disciples do not fast?' And Jesus said to them, 'The wedding guests cannot mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them. The days will come when the bridegroom will be taken away from them, and then they will fast.'" Here ends our readings.